Hello and welcome. So today I thought to share from the book Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. It is interesting to note that this person, Ryan, was very, very successful. Things were going really smoothly until something happened and the company that he was working for had challenges and everything went wrong. It was like there was this tsunami, and it was from that experience that he wrote Ego is the Enemy. I took valuable things that I want to share with you. One of the things about ego that we need to understand is ego is a form of pride. And there is something we all need to know. Even humble people experience ego. Ego is some certain level of an unhealthy importance of oneself. And ego can crop up in three phases of our lives: when we are about to start a project, when we have succeeded in that project, and when we have failed in that project. Or better put, ego comes when we are about to begin anything that is worthwhile, when we have succeeded in whatever it is, or when we are experiencing setbacks or failure. And now let me give you an example, which I find relatable that he used in the book. For writers, there is a particular example he gave about a particular writer who wanted to write a book. And she went on social media platforms and she just kept on talking about this brilliant idea of writing a book, and she needed the approval of the outside world. She wanted to have a sense of one that was doing something, and she wanted that sense of importance from people, that sense of regard from people, because there is this feeling we get when we put it out there that we are doing something, and then everybody knows that, oh, she is about to do something. And that was how she kept on putting this nuggets and these tips and these ideas out there about her intention to start a book. And guess what? She never wrote that book. She spent countless of hours on social media talking about this dream and never accomplishing it. And in a way, that is ego. Ego came to her in form of, oh, I want people to know that I am here and I am about to do something and I am important. But what's the essence of that when you end up not achieving your dream? Do you understand? Most of us want to do great work, but instead of getting the work done, do the work, we are talking about doing the work and not doing the work. Take for instance, I could say, oh, tell my friends and tell people on social media, I am going to enroll to becoming a wellness coach. Actually, that is my dream. I want to become a wellness coach. But if I don't go through the certification and I do not do what is required, but I keep saying, I want to become a wellness coach, and I don't do anything about it, that is ego. I just want some self-recognition, some importance out there. Do you get what I mean? When you begin to act that way, you need to what? Pull back and understand that that is ego. I never thought about it that way. Another way ego comes up is when you are succeeding. Okay, so you have eventually written this book and it is doing so well. You are on a book tour and you are having an amazing time. Then you just experience this egoism of, yes, I have arrived, I have achieved. And then you just coast, or you are on auto cruise and you are enjoying the attention, you are enjoying the relevance, you are enjoying all that comes with being a success. That is ego. Listen, it doesn't mean you shouldn't celebrate your wins, but you should celebrate your wins and get back to work. because now you have succeeded. There is this pressure on you to do an even greater work than your previous. So while spending the time basking in that glory of success, have it at the back of your mind that that kind of success demands that you keep working. Actresses, businessmen and women who make so much money from a project plow back that money into doing greater work because they're not just satisfied with what they have achieved. They want to still continue to do great work to inspire people and to push themselves. Okay, listen, there is something you need to understand about ego. Ego is an emotion. Ego will come up, but just like we take bath every day to wash ourselves of the sweat and the dirt and the grit and all that comes with the hard day's work, so it is with how we handle ego. We have to constantly put it in check. It will rear its ugly head because we are human beings, we are imperfect, but in order not to allow it to take control of you and lead you through the path of failure, you need to constantly keep checking it. You can't just sweep a room today and say, okay, you've swept the room today, so you're not going to sweep the room again. It is going to gather dust. That is how it is with ego. Now, the last aspect ego shows itself is when you fail. You ask yourself, why me? That question has some connotation of ego. Why not you? The mistake we make in life when we go through failure is we think we're being hunted. We think that we are being deliberately set up to fail. No. Why don't you ask yourself, what is it about this failure, this experience that I am supposed to learn from? Could it be that I didn't plan and prepare well? Could it be that I am just not good in this area? Or could it be that I was sabotaged? Ask empowering questions, not disempowering questions when you experience failure. Failure for me is a feedback system. It is not that point in your life where you start to feel like you don't deserve to fail. There is no one who is doing great work who hasn't failed. People have failed. But it is what you do with that failure that counts. Disassociating yourself from failure, feeling like you're being witch hunted, is a wrong mindset. And it's a display of ego. Seeing yourself to be highly above the possibility of failing. So when you experience that, check yourself and ask yourself these questions that I asked earlier. What am I supposed to learn from this? Do your after action report. Go through it and see the areas where there were loopholes, because sometimes we just can't see the loopholes. Or sometimes we see the loopholes, but we ignore the loopholes. Of everything that I took from Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, one word keeps ringing in my mind, and that is restrain. There will be people who will come to test your resolve, to test your patience, to test your consistency, to test your resilience. You have to exercise restraint. Hold back when you feel the need to respond. Hold back when you feel the need to react. Hold back when you feel the need to speak your mind. Not everything deserves attention. Not everything deserves a response. You know, Ryan gave countless examples of great men and women who were affected by ego. Those who allowed the ego to push them down into the deep pit, and those who overcame ego and made a significant mark in the world. For me, I was able to see areas where ego showed up in my life, showed up in the things that I was doing, showed up in my relationship with people. And I was like, I didn't think that this was ego, but haven't seen it in this light. I really need to be cautious, and I really need to be careful. If you're looking to dig more on this area and on this subject of ego, I would recommend that you read Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, and put your comments in the comment section and your suggestions and your take. It is okay to disagree with Ryan Holiday and some of the things that he has raised in the book. It's okay. You have your own paradigm, you have your own experiences, and I would love to hear from you. I will see you in my next video. Peace and angels.